Here at Southern All-Star Wrestling, and I'm sitting here with a veteran, Mr. Cody Gunn, who's dropping by to lend a little play-by-play expertise. Cody Gunn's been in this business for upon 28 and a half years, I believe. Is that right, Cody?
Not quite that long. I've been in the business 15 years.
15 years, and I know you're out here watching these young lions just passing through on your way to a show in Chattanooga, Tennessee right now, but this Dustin Powers and Recon Travis Sanders. What do you know about these guys, Cody?
I have no inkling of what these guys are. I have never heard of them, never seen them. A friend of mine was telling me about them. I thought I'd drop by and see how they are. Looks like that Recon dude, I might have made a mistake here. It looks like the other one fitting to put the hurt on somebody.
Well, both these kids look like they may be some high flyers, but not a lot you can do. I got to admit it, in the TV Sports Arena here in Trion, Georgia, as far as height goes. A lot of flips and stuff, but they're all over each other. And from what I hear, it's sort of these guys actually trained together, and this Dustin Powers really turned his back on the fans and his friend, Recon Travis Sanders. But right now, Sanders all over Powers into the ropes, whips him off, and grabs his leg, and Sanders down, and, man, the fans really don't know what to think. This is some fast-moving action.
Yeah, it is. It's real fast-paced action, but all this flying around is eventually going to catch up with him, because you know the true saying, you go to the well one too many times and you're going to get caught.
Well, you're exactly right. You may remember this kid, but back in the NAWA days, Chris Kamikaze, do you remember him? You've probably been on a few shows with him. He did all the high-flying stuff, and I was on a show with him at NWA Wildside just a few years ago, and I know you know this name, Tony Mamaluke, who's at ECW now. He really, when Chris got back, into the corner post, and you think Recon Travis Sanders has a face left after that. But at any rate, Tony Mamaluke just got all over Chris Kamikaze. He said there's only so many times that you can do that, and he told him at the time, hey, I'm 25, 26 years old, and after a few years in the business, I can barely move my shoulder, I can barely do this, I can barely do that. But a veteran like yourself, being in the business 15 years now, the first wrestling show I was a part of about 12 years ago, you were on that show, and I've been a Cody Gunn fan, and don't let this go to your head, since that day.
Well, I thank you for that, Phil Hefner. There's a lot of people out here that are Cody Gunn fans, and there's a lot of people out here that hate Cody Gunn. Whenever I'm in that ring, I'm in there to make money and to do what I have to do to win that match. I don't care if the fans, what a set-down powerbomb that was. I really don't care what the fans think about me at times, but, there's times there, me getting older and everything, I get to thinking about some of the places I've been and some of the things I've done. It really sets your mind to thinking, and I just want to say thank you for staying behind Cody Gunn as a fan like you have.
Well, this has got to be probably 10 years ago, a big show at the White Gym for Power Slam Wrestling. Wow, Recon Travis Sanders moves out of the way, and he went to the well one too many times, as Dustin Powers did. But wow, these guys are moving nonstop.
These boys are quick. I'm telling you what, my younger days in this, I can move that quick. But I finally wised up whenever I got a little more experience in the business. You can't go that quick out there. You got to pace yourself. I don't care what kind of shape you're in. You always got to pace yourself out there in that ring.
You're exactly right. But I was back to, we're talking about a big show from a wrestling group about 10 years ago. I'm not going to say a lot about the promoter there. He wasn't one of my favorites, but a big main event with Rob the Bull McBride against Cactus Jack. And I know Cody Gunn was on that show, and, man, packed house in North Georgia. And, man, Cody Gunn, you have traveled all over the country in the business of professional wrestling.
Yeah, I've been all over the southeastern United States. I've been to North Carolina. Just got back from a trip to North Carolina up there for Rob. He's wrestling up there now. He called me in. He had some business to be taken care of, just like down there that night in White, Georgia. He had Cody Gunn there just to watch his back, because we know what kind of man Cactus Jack can be.
I don't know what these fans know about Rob McBride, but I understand that he's got the blessings, and I could be wrong, and we haven't talked about this, but from the Boogie Woogie Man, Jimmy Valiant, to basically take over for him after he retired, Rob McBride is the Boogie Woogie Man now. Is that correct?
Yes, I was there the night the Boogie Woogie Man, Jimmy Valiant, gave the name Boogie Woogie Man to Rob McBride, and it really brought the man down to his knees and brought tears to his eyes, because Jimmy Valiant's always been his idol, And to have somebody to bestow an honor on you like that, that's one of the greatest things you can have. That's better than holding a world title in this business.
I would have to say we had Jimmy Valiant on the show just a couple of years ago, and he wrestled a reversal by Dustin Powers, and Travis Sanders. What in the world?
Out of nowhere, hit him with that. I don't know what they call that, but he really laid it in there on him.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner of the match, Dustin Powers.
As I was saying, we had Jimmy Valiant on the show just a few years ago against a man. I know you know Jason Valentine, the athlete. And he really took Jason Valentine to school, but it's an honor to see Jimmy Valiant. It's an honor to sit here with you, Cody Gunn. Folks, we'll be right back with you after these important messages. Make sure you visit our sponsors, Rome, Ford, Lincoln, Mercury, Cody Gunn. They're the home of the Dwayne Reed Difference, Don Lolo's Mexican restaurant in both Ringgold and Lafayette, Georgia. We'll be right back with you, fans, with some more great Southern All-Star Wrestling action. Cody Gunn, Phil Hefner back with you on Southern All-Star Wrestling. What a response this young kid, Tim Possible from Calhoun, Georgia, gets from the fans here at the TV Sports Arena. Man, they love this guy.
Yeah, I just wanted to come out here and take a look at him. I've been hearing a lot about Tim Possible. I mean, I walked in the dressing room, first thing everybody started saying, have you seen this new kid, Tim Possible? I said, well, no. I said, that's one reason why I'm here. I said, his name's floating around the business quite a bit, you know. Cody Gunn's never behind, you know. I'm getting a little older up in age and more years in the business, you know. I may just turn myself to managing one of these days.
Well, Cody Gunn, man, you heard it here first on Southern All-Star Wrestling. And to speak about Simon Sermon, in this wrestling business for about 5 years. And, folks, I mentioned this in one of the earlier matches. If you have the Free Speech Network on your cable system, satellite provider, whoever it may be, but the Simon Sermon documentary, he has a documentary, 30 minutes just about himself, plays all the time worldwide. He is a worldwide superstar. The title of the documentary is Changing Perceptions. You'll have to watch it for yourself. But very interesting, folks. Into the ropes is Simon Sermon.
Well, I see Simon hadn't changed his ways any. You know, back whenever I was wrestling down there at Dillard's for a while, I had a little run-in with him, and he's still doing the same tricks, going straight for the ropes.
Simon Sermon, a regular at All-Star Wrestling Network based out of Macon, Georgia area, but also a former NAWA lightweight champion, former Unified European champion. Simon Sermon has wrestled, realistically, Cody Gunn, all over the world. He is an international superstar. Say what you will, but this man, and now with this new documentary all about Simon Sermon, his name is going to be a household word or household name in all of the wrestling business.
Yeah, you know, the kid's making a good name for himself right now. You know, don't let all the worldly travel that he's done, you know, impress you that much, because Cody Gunn's done some worldly traveling. There's a few other guys in this back dressing room back here that has done some traveling. And, you know, he's young right now, hadn't been in the business 5 years. But, you know, like I said earlier, the more you're in it, the longer you're in it, the wiser you get.
Well, there's a lot of truth to that, Cody Gunn. But what is this guy, Logan Chase, doing up on the ring apron? Referee Chris Gainz, one of the top referees in the whole state of Georgia. I know a lot of the shows you work, you see referee Chris Gainz. But, you know, Logan Chase may be outsmarting the referee right now.
Yeah, all they're doing is trying to slow the action down, get inside Tim's head right there. And actually, Tim played right into it. I mean, he turned right around into a gouge to the eye. And, you know, a young kid like that, if somebody with enough experience could get with him and he would really listen to them, could really show him a whole lot and not get caught with tricks like that.
You're exactly right, Cody. And we're proving it right there. Logan Chase has got referee Chris Ganz in the ropes when Simon Sermon is having his way, if you will, with this young kid out of Calhoun, Georgia, Mr. Tim Possible.
Yeah, he really is having his way. You know, why Simon has the go to the dirty tactics, the choking, the gouging of the eye, got his fingers all in the man's mouth and nose right there. I don't know. I mean, the kid has got talent, and why he has to do that, I mean, he just proved it with that beautiful suplex right there.
You're exactly right, Cody. Wow, look at that. In the face of Simon Sermon, the evil in his face, if you will.
Yeah. Somebody's really gotten this kid's head and has really filled it full of a bunch of baloney is what I call it. Because I was young at one time and it was fed in my head. They showed me the money, and whenever they showed me the money, I went that way, and usually that's what happens. And why he keeps going back to these dirty tactics, I don't know.
Well, Simon Sermon, maybe the money's went to his head. Maybe this international stardom that he has now has went to his head. But Simon Sermon is very impressive, having his way with this young kid, Tim Possible. And I really hate to see that in front of, basically, and you see on the front row, right behind the referee, that's his family. That's his mom and his dad, and they're worried to death right now. Mom's really getting into the action.
Yeah, my parents have come to my matches before and seen it, and it's a hard thing for a parent to sit there. I've got 2 kids right now that's in training. One is an 18-year-old stepson of mine, and then I got my own son that is in training. And the more I see him out there, me being a parent, me being in the business, I've got some concerns myself.
Oh, my God, he's in La La Land now, right at his mother's feet. Oh, my God, Logan Chase having his way with Tim Possible. Dad's getting upset. Mom's getting upset. Oh, my God, security may have to be called for this one, Cody Gunn.
They may have to. I mean, his shirt says real men wear pink. It may be bloody before it's over with if he stays over there because Dad looks like he's getting real upset.
I tell you what, only Mom may be able to hold Dad down. This is crazy. Cody Gunn, I'm just going back and forth here, but an 18-year-old stepson. So when you and I first met, this kid was like 6 years old?
Yeah, he was 6 years old. Shay, my valet, that's her son, and he wanted to get into the business. I mean, he's been around it since he's 6 years old, and he's really coming along real great.
Wow, sorry to interrupt. Wow, that is amazing. Man, and well, this could be it. This could be it. Tim Possible, the rookie, almost beat the international superstar, Simon Sermon.
Then a half a count right there, having a pinfall over the international superstar there. And retaliates with a beautiful suplex of his own.
Wow, this Tim Possible. What? We said earlier that Jason Hampton is in the running for Rookie of the Year, but look, we got Tim Possible. We've got Sedgy Sanford. That may be the closest year ever for Rookie of the Year here in Southern All-Star Wrestling. Wow.
Hit him with an awesome Frankensteiner. Look how he's got him bent over like that whenever he landed. Simon better get his head back in the game or he's going to lose this one.
Oh, into the corner, Tim Possible.
Right there's where the experience picks right back in. He says, why do you have to grab the tights? He's got his man by his tights.
Into the rope. Tim knows. He knows to grab the ropes, and you might as well use them. They're there. Simon Sermon's been playing dirty all night. There's nothing wrong with Tim Possible to grab the ropes. Logan Chase the third. He has, referee Chris Ganz out of position, but now Chris Ganz is back on the back. Mom and Dad may be wheeling Tim Possible out of here in a wheelchair tonight.
I want you to look at that nonchalant cover like that. I mean, I'm sorry, but he has really got his head swollen out here. This is the first time I've seen him in about 2 years, and his head really is just bigger than this building, it seems like.
That chop there just burnt my ears. Oh, reversal by Tim Possible. Up and over on the outside of the ring. Simon Sermon up. Tim Possible using a little bit of the cheap tricks now. Wow, throws him over the top. Mom is thrilled to death.
Oh, yeah, the crowd really getting into this. I mean, these two guys are going full board at it. Like I said earlier, Simon, he's always full board at everything. I mean, he don't know the word slow, and he don't know the word stop. And it looks like it's Tim Impossible's learning the same meanings of the word I don't quit. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep fighting. You're going to have to put me out.
What a feather in the cap of Tim Possible it would be if he defeats the international superstar Simon Sermon here at Southern All-Star Wrestling tonight.
Yeah, it would be a big feather in his cap if he could beat him tonight. right here on this television taping, especially going out over TV. I mean, that would really put a big feather in his cap, and it would just push him on up into the next level in the wrestling world. There goes the manager pulling the legs, cheating again. You know, guys like him, they should be barred from ringside.
Well, Logan Chase keeping the referee Chris Gainz's attention. Simon Sermon back to his dirty tactics right there. Tim Possible, man, he is in La La Land right now. He may be dreaming about days at Red Bud Elementary School in Calhoun, Georgia right now.
He may be. Looks like Dad fixing to get the manager here. But you know something, Phil, you know, I said something about managers should be barred from ringside from doing stuff like that. But as you know, at one time in my career, several times in my career, she pulled them dirty tactics for me too. So, I mean, you can't put a gift horse's mouth like that.
You're exactly right, Cody Gunn. Wrestling fans, Phil Hefner back with you with Cody Gunn. Cody, what do you know about these two guys, Adam Jacobs, all that, and Frankie Valentine?
Well, you know, I've been in the ring with Frankie Valentine a lot, and I've been in the ring with Adam Jacobs. Adam Jacobs is a pretty decent wrestler. I mean, he's come a long way, and I hate to boast, but I was one of the ones that helped get Frankie Valentine started in this business. He's a real young, good kid at it. I mean, he works hard at it. I mean, he trains in the gym constantly. But Frankie Valentine is a real good wrestler. I mean, he's showing you right now good chain wrestling, a good reversal there, keeping Adam Jacobs in the center of the ring like he's supposed to. Flipped him over. Adam Jacobs with a flip up. Now he's reversed it over on Frankie with arms. Frankie thinking a little bit there with a kickoff. Coming back up. Beautiful arm drag from Frankie Valentine. He's got Adam Jacobs down on the canvas. I think Adam Jacobs has boasted a little too much out here. He's kind of taking Frankie a little light. What a beautiful move. Jacobs tried to flip him over with an arm drag of his own. Frankie held on and brought him on over and remained in the arm bar. Frankie getting up there. See how he's getting up there on them toes like that, just to add a little more pressure to that. What a way to go, Frankie. He's holding on to that elbow. I'm sorry if I'm sounding a little biased here, fans, but, you know, you get a little excited here whenever you see somebody that you help trying to bring into the wrestling world. And just a reminder, we're on Tuesday nights here with Southern All-Star Wrestling. So if you ain't got nothing to do at the house and you're sitting around watching the TV, turn us on. You'll see some good wrestling action the way it was in the older days. Adam Jacobs has got a front chancery on him. Frankie Valentine trying to break out. What a reversal right into an arm bar. Got him into what we call a chicken wing. And here comes the manager around over here trying to get involved.
All right, Frankie Valentine. Sorry if we had a little downtime there. I apologize for that. Had to run a little errand there. But Frankie Valentine, Adam Jacobs, what a match this has been, Cody.
Yes, it's been a real good match. You know, it's like I was saying earlier to you, Phil, I helped bring Frankie Valentine into this business. And, I mean, if I start sounding a little biased out here, I'm sorry. But, you know, it's like having your own kid out there. You know, I've got two coming in, and then Frankie Valentine, he's just like my own. And, you know, he's giving Adam Jacobs a run for his money. You know, Adam may be taking Frankie a little lightly.
What a good wrestler this Frankie Valentine is. And then we said before, he is the stepson of the pretty boy, Doug Summers, former AWA World Tag Team Champion. Folks, this isn't a former Georgia Tag Team Champion. This is a former champion of the world, and he's got that man's blood running through his veins. That's his mother's husband. That man helped raise him. And Billy Knight, another well-known competitor from this area, that's his uncle. And he's facing a former Georgia heavyweight champion here. This is a main event anywhere in the country, Cody.
Yes, it is. This main event anywhere you want to go. Frankie took a face to the turnbuckle up there just then. Now Adam Jacobs is working over the back. Now he's cutting loose with the eye rakes. I mean, why kids has got this talent like this for it does that, I'd have no clue. You know, if you're old like me and fat and out of shape and can't do nothing, well then, sure, I can see it. But you got young guys, and you've even got this Logan dude over here, Logan Chase, the third, over here working Frankie over. And I mean, I'm about getting a little sick of him and doing this. And if Frankie don't wake up and take you over, I may just have to go up there and put a little wake up in him. They're working him over on the outside of the ring. Frankie Valentine coming back. Oh, there, Adam Jacobs with a rake to the eyes. You know, kids like this these days just don't need to be, I mean, the dirty tricks and the dirty tactics, I mean, what a beautiful suplex that was. I mean, kids has got that much talent and they can do moves that good and that quick and that good looking. I mean, it's uncalled for. I mean, they need to use their talents for what their talent is for. And I mean, it is wrestling. It ain't out here street fighting or anything. The marquee on the sign says wrestling, and that's what it is. Right there's a good wrestling move. Adam Jacobs has got Frankie Valentine in a good wrestling move, stretching them arms out right there real good, working on the arms, the shoulders, and now he's gone to the neck. You know, if Adam Jacobs would just think and stay on one body part, he might be able to. It's just like you building a table. If you break that leg on that table, it's not going to stand. Same way with the human body. You take a body part and work it, it's not going to work right, and it weakens the whole ball right there. I mean, nothing can stand, nothing can cooperate with each other. Everything's going backwards. What a reverse Russian leg sweep, and got him hooked in something. I don't know what you'd call that, but he has actually got him hooked. Frankie Valentine may submit from this.
Cody Gunn, what a match this has been with Frankie Valentine and Adam Jacobs, who is Southern All-Star Wrestling this Tuesday night. Oh my goodness, that's
what a sunset flip by Frankie Valentine. I want you to look at it. The manager getting involved. It's about time the referee seen it. There you go, referee. I was fixing to have to come up there myself and kick his leg.
Whoa, that was close. Wow. This match has been action personified, if I do so.
Yes, it has. It's been action from the set-go on this thing. I mean, these boys have been non-stop all the way. Frankie Valentine lighting the chest up of Adam Jacobs. You know, he learned them chops from me there. Oh, he went for a big high suplex. You know them high-risk moves, what they'll do to you. Adam Jacobs slowed the pace back down just a little bit. And now Jacobs repaying Frankie back for the chops he throwed on him earlier. And a punch to the head. Now Adam's got him, picking him back up. What's he going to do with him now? Frankie's going to block it. He tried for a suplex. Frankie hit him with a suplex of his own. Now both men are down. Who's going to, you know, the referee has got to admonish a 10 count to both men. Adam's coming up, and, you know, Frankie's took up the biggest end of this beating here. So, you know, he's going to be naturally a little slower getting up. What a small package. Frankie cooking him out of nowhere. He's got Adam Jacobs out of nowhere. Almost had the 3 count on him. What a pretty drop kick. Frankie Mayhood. Excuse me, not Mayhood. I'm getting tongue-tied over here, Phil Hefner. I'm getting excited. I mean, a match like this will get anybody excited.
You're exactly right, Cody. I'm speechless, brother. I'm glad you're here. I'm speechless. Wow.
Wow, what a DDT. That was a nice move right there. Frankie put his head down. Adam seen the move coming and nailed him with it.
You know, we're talking about that year-end voting. This could be match of the year right here. Match of the year.
It could be. It very well could be the match of the year. You know, Phil, I'd like to step foot back here in the Southern All-Star Wrestling area and, you know, display some of my talents once again. Maybe by the time the end of the year gets here, I might have a match running for match of the year.
Well, if anybody could do it, Cody Gunn could, but Adam Jacobs on the top rope, and Frankie Valentine wants none of that. He's up there, and, oh, my goodness, what in the world?
They're both up there in no man's land right there, as everybody calls it. You know, Frankie firing him up with fist to the side of the head. There goes Adam Jacobs with a thumb to the eye. You know, I don't understand. There he is with his feet on the rope. Got Frankie with his feet on the rope, and the manager in there involved too.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner of the match is, oh man, Adam Jacobs.
Man, Cody Gunn, that wasn't right. That was not right. Wrestling fans, we've got to see these two face each other again.